Hi, my name is Logan Dugdale, and this is what I'm trying to really accomplish during this 4 summers project. So, regarding the first summer, I feel like the first summer is really about spending time with my friends and family before I leave to go off to college. This is gonna be the first summer where I really have freedom to do whatever I want, and I decided to plan a trip to Japan with 7 of my closest friends. We're gonna spend about 10 days in Japan and explore and really learn a lot about ourselves. Because our whole lives during high school and during elementary school and all our education, we've mostly been under control of our parents. And this is the first time where we've really been out and able to do whatever we want. And especially in a new environment, I think it'd be really fun to have this opportunity. Also, I feel like this Japan trip during the first summer after my senior year is a really good idea because it kind of exposes us to what adult life is like, having to plan things like 10 days in advance and have a strict regimen that you have to follow, especially in a foreign country where you could easily get lost if you don't do the right thing. Also, after my senior year, I want to expose myself to having a job for the first time in my life, as a Topgolf instructor. So both of my brothers did this after their senior year of high school, and they both really enjoyed it. And I feel like I fit all the requirements because I've been golfing all my life, and I think this would be a really good opportunity to experience what a job is like for the first time. Then, after my freshman year of college, I want to get my first internship at BMO Capital Markets Freshman Launch Internship Program. This is located in New York City, and the duration would be about 5 weeks from June to July of 2027. So this program mainly highlights 1 week of training and orientation covering investment banking, global markets, and corporate banking. And it also exposes me to mentorship from professionals across various departments and also gives me network opportunities with senior leaders and peers. The main reason that I chose this internship in particular is because when I grow up, I want to become an investment banker and I want to live in New York. And I feel like this would be a good way to expose myself to the environment of living in New York and surrounding myself with people who are doing the job that I want to do in the future. And also around this time, I want to start getting in the gym and going around 5 times a week. My whole life, I've been surrounded by basketball, and kind of the culture around basketball is that people who play don't really like lifting. But now that I'll be outside of that career, I want to start going around 5 times a week. I've set out a regimen of push pull legs where I've set out around 5 exercises for each muscle group, and I have 2 rest days every single week. I can easily be added to my family's membership plan at the Bay Club and start going during the summer. Then, after my sophomore year of college, I want to get an internship at the firm Morgan Stanley, and the program is called the Early Insights Summer Analyst Sophomore Program. This is for sophomores in college, and upon the completion of this program, if the interns excel, they can possibly receive a full-time job offer in the future after college. Um, the reason I chose this internship in particular is because it exposes people to the concepts of consumer and retail, financial institutions, healthcare, industrials, media and communications, mergers and acquisitions, real estate, and technology. And I'll be able to use the same housing as before during my internship at BMO. Then, after the 5 week internship in New York, after coming home and rekindling with my family for about a week, I planned a 5 day trip to Palm Springs with 5 of my high school friends. This will kind of give us a chance to rekindle our relationship and talk about our experiences in college and maybe share a few funny stories. Then, after coming back home from Palm Springs, it'll be the 2028 Olympics, which are in Los Angeles. Since this is kind of a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I know Mr. Lewis, you love the Olympics, and I'm gonna guess you'll probably be there. I feel like I kind of have to go with my family. Then, after my junior year of college, I want to take advantage of an academic exchange program called HEC Paris, which is Investment Banking and International Finance. This is about a 10-day program in France, and it is an intensive program combining fundamental learning and real life practice, preparing students for careers in investment banking and corporate finance. The reason that I chose this academic exchange program in particular is because it involves my career that I want to pursue in investment banking, and it would also give me an opportunity to interact with foreign students who are learning the same things as me and maybe gain new perspectives on education and what I'm learning. Those will be all the main events that I'll be covering over the 4 summers project. The smaller events are located in the spreadsheet. And one of the reasons why I really enjoyed this project is because you're kind of able to see what your future may turn out of by making all these small plans. But the point of making these plans is not to follow them all step by step by step. Yes, some of them are useful and can provide guidelines such as these trips, but some of these plans may not come to fruition. I might not get an internship that I applied for in this spreadsheet, but that's okay because if I don't, it'll turn me to a new path, and maybe that path will be better for me. Again, it'll spark new ideas in the future for me. And that's what I think is so beautiful about making these plans in such details that they might not work out. And you know what? That's okay.